What's going down? Base My Banners, the channel. Thor Stocks is the show. I'm Thor, rolling Han Solo, no Levi. Why? Because we're back. It's another Best Action twofer. We got a twofer here. Fullmetal Alchemist, Alphonse Elric, and his brother Edowādo Erurikku. If you've been watching the channel, I picked up the Spike Spiegel Best Action from Loyal Subjects. Loyal Subjects is kind of the company that makes it. The line is the best BST AXN line. So I got Spike Spiegel. I got Vicious. Then they came out with Avatar Aang. Got him. I passed on everybody else. No, that's not true. I got Lightning and Gandalf. And I picked up these two. All in their second wave of guys. Their third wave is going to be coming very soon. It's going to have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All 4 original figures. And then it's going to have a variant of Aang. And I'm also looking for the Lord of the Rings Sauron. The big dude with the thing. He's out there. So there's lots of guys to hunt for. Lots of guys coming down the pipeline. But I was lucky enough to score these two last winter. Back quite some time ago. They just kind of sitting around collecting dust. So I dusted them off. And I said, let's knock these two out. So here we sit. Let's start with Alphonse, and then we'll do Edward second. So Alphonse Elric, the younger of the two brothers, although everyone thinks he's the older one because he's the big, and let me repeat, big metal suit of armor with a boy inside. If you know the story, these are actually from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, which I have never seen. I'm going to be full transparency here. I have seen all of Fullmetal Alchemist, the original series. I have the tin DVDs right down there. If you don't believe me, ask for a picture and I'll put it up online. But I never watched Brotherhood. Brotherhood came out afterwards. It's kind of, I don't even know how to explain Brotherhood versus the regular. I think it's like more of a retelling, shortened, condensed, more action, less. I don't know. I've never really, like I said, I think I watched the first like 3 or 4 episodes on Netflix, and then I just couldn't get into it. So he comes with 4 hands total. He's got 2 open hands, like night karate chopping hands. You always get your Best Action sticker. I do like the backgrounds they all come with. I have kept these, I think. Ooh, I hope so. Maybe not. I do like the backgrounds they come with, though. They are very cool. You got the little transmutation symbols in the background there. There he is, Alphonse Elric. 22 points of articulation, the Best Action line. That's one of the things they tout: best features, best articulation, best assortment, or best assortment. Now I'm going to say best accessories. So he's got his fist. He's got his open hands. He is a very little suit of armor. I almost wished you just pull him apart and he could go up a couple notches. He's tiny. Now the whole line is a smaller line. I think it's like 3.75 inches or something like that. No, they're bigger than that. But it's not 5 inches, and it's definitely not nowhere near 7 inch. But this guy, he looks really good. Like the symbol on his side, on his arm, on his shoulder, even how he's got the back, like little ponytail thingy, his spikes. You can even see the brown, like leatherish parts under his armor and stuff. I really like him. I just wish he was bigger. When we get into, I'll get into why when we open up Edward here. But let's go ahead and read the back of the box for Alphonse. He looks good. I like him. He looks good. Okay, Alphonse Elric, also known as Al. Alphonse is the younger brother of Edowādo Erurikku. Al is also a victim of the failed human transmutation experiment in which Edward lost his right arm and left leg, having his entire physical being taken away from him in the aftermath of the tragedy. Alphonse exists solely as a soul, alchemically bound to a large suit of steel armor. It even says large suit of steel armor in the description. Now Al travels with his brother in search of the legendary Philosopher's Stone, an item with the power to restore their bodies to normal. Multiple accessories, the 4 hands like we spoke of. 22 points of articulation, swivel biceps, thigh joints, double knees. Double knee but not and elbows? Elbows are double jointed. I didn't think the elbows were double jointed. I was just about, no, those aren't double jointed. Those are single joint elbows. Oh, elbow joints. And it says double knee, shoulder and elbow joint. Well, yeah, so there's 2 of each one. That makes sense. Yeah, ball joints for maximum posability. No, they do. I do like this line. It's a less expensive line. It's only like $15 a figure. I got these all at Walmart. I think I found these all at Walmart, various points throughout, like I said, early 2021. Yeah, there, Alphonse looking good. I mean, he is honestly like if you're gonna buy a pop for like $10 or him for 15, obviously he's extremely more better with articulation, better features, better just the look of the character is so much more accurate to how he looks on screen that you're gonna want to go with this one. My only problem with him, and this has probably been brought up in other reviews, I don't know, I didn't watch interviews on these guys before I did them, is that size, man. He's a large suit of armor. He's like a full-size suit of armor with like pretty much a little kid stuck inside from their transmutation of their mother. See, that's another reason Levi's not here. I don't even need the questions about transmutation and humans and all that sort of stuff. That's just, we're not going down the rabbit hole. So on to Edward, the older of the 2 brothers. And honestly, here he's got a different card. Oh, I like, or not card, but a different sticker. Boom. They don't have the same sticker. They have different stickers. Cool, cool. Also comes with 2 hands. He's got his open hands, and then he's got his fists with his like knife out. But the knife is out even if it's open or closed fisted. The knife isn't retractable or detachable. The one on his is on his right arm. Right. So now look at this. Okay, here's where the problem lies. Let's stand these 2 next to each other. Alphonse is shorter than Edward. A giant suit of armor is shorter than his little brother, who pretty much gets made fun of for being how small he is throughout this. Because everyone thinks the Fullmetal Alchemist is Alphonse, but it's actually Edward. He's the one who can like do all the cool stuff, right? Alphonse can do some stuff too, but Edward's like the main character. And part of the on-running gag is, actually I'm just gonna use one of these. Part of the on-running gag is Edward is so small and his brother is such a big metal, not behemoth, but a big metal suit of armor that he always gets angry, and he's got that little symbol in his forehead, the one I'm talking about. So to have them look so good, and to have Alphonse just, honestly, if they would have made the leg joints, you wouldn't even need to make the character bigger per se, right? I'm not saying that you would almost need to make him larger. Just make the legs taller. The arms are even fine. I think his arms are longer. Like his arms are longer than Edward's. Alphonse's are. But his legs are somehow like shorter. Edward's got these like really long legs and this great looking figure with the cape flowing or his jacket flowing. He's got his white gloves on. No symbols on the gloves. Okay, no worries there. But you got the metal hands. You got the metal fists. He's got his boots look really good. Double jointed elbows double jointed knees on him, not double jointed elbows. Single joint on the elbows, but they're small enough that you can get such a good articulation from them. Ball joints on the shoulders and the hips. Yeah, I mean, he's got his 22 points. He's looking crispy. He's got the eyes. He looks really good. This is probably, I have a pop of Alphonse. Cause I don't really like to, you know me, I'm a medium to low end, collector. I don't really get too much high end stuff. I like to keep my purchases modest. And this is for $15. This is like the best probably version of Edward Elric you could ask for the price and for everything he comes with. This is just amazing. They could have done it could be a across the board with both figures. If they would have just made Alphonse's legs longer. That's all they would have had to do. Make them maybe an inch or two. I mean, literally 2 inches longer, and he stands the appropriate height. You add to the calf, even to this calf from knee to foot. This part's long enough. This is where they shorted, because this knee, from knee to foot here, you can see it. It's so short. If they have just lengthened that, like I said, 2 inches, and he stood above his brother, even barely. These are both 10s out of 10s. This is a 10 out of 10. Well, actually, no. Having the air knocks both from being 10s out of 10s because he's too tall. Like, so either those legs should have been shorter or these legs should have been longer. Neither was done. So now you have a shorter giant suit of armor than you do, the Fullmetal Alchemist. So, I mean, they're 8s. They're high 8s. These are great figures. I really like both of these. These are going to look awesome up next to Aang and Spike and Vicious. I hope they do some more. I'm not into the Naruto guys, but I'll take more Full Metal. I mean, fix the Alphonse. I'll take, I'd love to see maybe Dragon Ball from these guys. What's a property you'd like to see Best Action get into for that price point and with what they come with? Because they are a great company. I do love the company, the loyal subjects. Let's read the back of Edward's box real quick here. Edward Elric, in a failed attempt to bring his mother back to life by means of human transmutation, Edward Elric loses his right arm and left leg after receiving his prosthetics. Edward and his brother Alphonse head to Capital City, where Edward becomes the youngest state alchemist in history. 3 years later, Edward has become fully engrossed in his search for the legendary Philosopher's Stone, an item which he hopes to restore his younger brother Alphonse, whose whole body had been lost in the aftermath of the human transmutation. These two, this is a great anime. The original is a great anime. I've heard this one's really good too. I'm very excited to have these two as part of the collection. I love them. I think if you find them, get them. If they could just fix Alphonse. Just fix Alphonse. Fix those lower legs and re-release them. I'll buy them again. If you do that, I'll buy it a second time. Promise. Swear to God. Like, share, and subscribe. Till the next one. Deuces.